I haven't been making too many videos lately. You guys know why. I've been getting this machine shop up and running. However, I think I'm pretty much there. Let me show you. So today is Sunday. Let me show you what's going on. As you can see, the machine is there working. Lights out. And this is what made it happen. This bar feeder. Now, don't think it was it was just a simple thing. A lot of things had to fall in place for that, or for this to work out the way it has been working out. But let me show you what's going on in here. See that? That's brake bodies. That's what it's doing right now. And of course you can't see, but it's milling the slots right now. Let me tell you about the bar feeder some more. What I mean that there was a lot of things that had to happen before I could get to this point is almost an understatement. Why? I had to program the machine, then I had to proof the program. What does that mean? Well, that means running the program, making sure it's reliable, keep track of tool life. In order for me to feel comfortable for this machine to run on its own like this, I had to learn about tool life, how long the machine can go on without needing coolant, without needing oil. All that stuff is stuff that I had to put in the work and keep track of all that stuff. Once I did that, and then for a long time, I couldn't even make 3 or 4 parts in a row without something going wrong. And it really I started wondering, how do people do this? Why would I even need a bar feeder when I can't even get, this thing to make 10 parts in a row? So I didn't have a bar feeder, but I couldn't even picture myself having one, because it can make 14 parts with one 48-inch bar. And I thought, I can't even make, these bodies, I couldn't even make 5. I said, why would I ever need a bar feeder? Well, that's when I had to start thinking differently. So what do I mean by that? Well, number one, I had to change my setup. Once I had a tool set up, or the tools were set up, I didn't want to change anything, because I thought, well, they're set up, I don't want to change anything. Well, I had to come to the conclusion that it's not working. I don't care how many times I try to do the same thing, it's insanity to expect different results. So what I started doing is, number one, I slowed things down. I was trying to go too fast. The machine can go super fast. However, it was really sacrificing tool life. So the first thing I did is slow it down. Once I slowed it down, I was getting more parts, but reliability still wasn't there. I just never knew when the tools were gonna break, or they were gonna chip. They don't really break, they chip, things of that nature, right? So I started adding coolant lines. More coolant is the answer. Well, it's a big part of the equation. I started adding coolant lines to flush off the chips. Once it cuts chips more than once, if the chips build up and they cut more than once, you're gonna ruin tools, right? So that's what I did. I started changing, and you guys saw me drill. I mean, I went as far as drilling holes in my tool holder, one of them, in order to make it coolant through, because it was a game changer. And guess what? It worked, and after that, things drastically improved. Well, once I did that, I was able to vary, the angle at which I shot the coolant. I changed the order in which I ran the tool pads, all that stuff, which finally ended up giving me a reliable program. What does that mean? Well, that means I can run about 50 parts with me not having to worry about a thing. It's running very, I'm gonna say very slow. It's not slow, but I'm gonna say it's running drastically slow compared to the way this thing could run, but it's reliable. It allows me to get away from the machine, go do other things, and trust that the machine's gonna keep going. So you're probably wondering, okay, fine, the machine can run unattended, but it's running slower. So is there any gain in productivity? Well, yes, absolutely. You know why? Because now this thing can work while I sleep. That's something that I could never trust. So now, at the end of the day, I load up the machine, check all the tools, make sure everything's perfect, make sure it's full of oil, full of coolant, make sure the bar feeder's full of bars, everything's perfect and clean, and then I go to sleep. In the morning, I come out, the machine's still running, and I find that I have a lot of parts, and they're all good, they're all perfect. That is the beauty of it, right? Because it's pointless to make a lot of parts if they're not right. But I was able, finally I was able to figure out a way that this thing could just sit here and make part after part, even while I sleep, and they're all to spec. That right there was life-changing, at least for me. Remember, I don't have a machining background. So what I'm doing, I don't know if it's the best way to do it. I just know that it works for me, and it's been life-changing, honestly. So you'll probably notice that once, you know, about 2-3 weeks after the bar feeder was installed, I was able finally to have my tuner brakes in stock. You can go to the website right now and they're in stock. You can see we have brakes right here, brake bodies. These are all waiting to be assembled. These are the timing nuts. These are the tuners, okay? I have more over here. These are all different threads. You know, this is 5/8 24. These are M18 by 1 and 338. These are M18 by 1 and 30 caliber. So yes, the M18 by 1s are coming. We have some on the website. So once we had the bar feeder working and I was making more parts, then we found ourselves having a hard time cleaning these parts because we were cleaning them by hand, one at a time, because they were not that many. Well, once we finally got the bar feeder and everything's working, and now this thing can work pretty much 24/7, we had to come up with a better way to clean parts, a more efficient way. So let me show you what we did. We installed a dishwasher. Dishwasher works amazingly well at cleaning parts. All we do is we stack brakes in here, just like this, okay? And we do it all through here. We can fit about, I think 75 or 100. We can fit a lot of them. And then we just do a quick cycle. You know, they don't have to be in there forever. And it even dries them, and then we pull them out and they look like this. So good. So yeah, dishwasher was amazingly helpful in keeping, or you know, in washing parts. So guess what? Now I have time for my kiddos to come over and hang out. I still spend a lot of time in here, but less time now that the bar feeder's here. So what does all that mean? Well, that just means that I'm finally gonna be able to offer different thread pitches. You guys have been asking about 3/4 24. Those are coming very, very soon. As you guys saw, M18 by 1, we already made some. They're gonna be on the website. I think they are already, but they're coming. So M18 by 1, 3/4 24, 338s, 30 calibers, all that's coming. So finally, finally, things are starting to roll a little smoother. But even more than that, you guys have seen my shooting related content drastically get reduced on YouTube because I just don't have time. You guys know I have a Patreon account, so my Patreon supporters, that's what I do. I take care of them. They take care of me, I take care of them. I try to make 4 videos a month over there. That's it, 4 a month. And you know, they support me over there, so I help them out. So time is very limited, but now I have a little more time. Let me show you what's coming next. You're gonna get excited. Before I go, let me show you what the black ones look like. We're starting to get some already. This is what they look like. These are black nitride. Look freaking amazing. The first batch sold out already. We're waiting on the second batch, but so happy. I'm so happy with how they look. Look at that. Anyway, let me go show you the other things I gotta show you. So on top of being busy with the machine shop, some of you may or may not know I've also been busy with the V2 Finale. The V2 Finale is a type of prone precision competition where you shoot head-to-head, double elimination, 1,000 yards, great stuff. So we've been working on that as well, me and some other members, and we finally put that behind us for this year. It was last June, and I've been editing those videos. So if you haven't seen them, I'll put a link in the description. They're great videos. There's a lot to learn from those videos if you're into long range shooting. So I've been working on that. Nationals are coming up. F-class nationals are coming up in about 2-3 weeks. I don't even know when, but I gotta get ready for that. It's been raining like crazy here in Texas, so I haven't even had a chance to go shoot. I mean, literally so freaking busy. But guess what? I gotta make time. All that to say this. Look what just came in right now. If you know what this is, you are one of the cool guys. This is not an annealer. That's what the annealer box looks like, right there. That thing has been there for months. And I haven't opened it because I was waiting on this. This is what I've been waiting on in order for me to open that. So why wait for this to open that? Right there. Well, there's a big reason. Obviously, I've been dying to open that one, which is the annealer. That right there is the amp annealer. Induction, the best annealer out there. As far as I know, I haven't tried it. And that's the key. I haven't tried it because I could have tried it and more than likely been able to tell the difference. However, all I was gonna have is my opinion. There was gonna be no data, or I didn't know how to show you data proving whether it helps or not. That's where this comes in. And it just so happens that the same people make it. This is the amp press. This thing is next level. Go look it up. I will put a link in the description so you can go check it out. This thing, I'm telling you, it's next level stuff. So anyway, having said all that, I'm gonna unbox this on a separate video, and I'm gonna start using this. Once I get this one figured out, I'm going to unbox that one up there, which I'm sure you've seen a lot of unboxing, so I'm not gonna unbox that one on video. I'm just gonna get it out of the box, literally. And then I'm gonna start testing using this press to see the results between that against my old trusty flame annealer that I don't even use the same type of gas. I have more bottles, okay? I'm cheap and I'm waiting for this one to burn out before I change it. Sorry, it works, so I just keep doing it. I also have this thing. I have a neck turning video that I need to release to you, but just no time. There's only so much time in a day, but ever since I got that bar feeder, now I have some time. Like right now, I just showed you the machine's running, yet I'm in here filming for you guys, give you an update of what's coming. So, what's coming? Okay, neck turning video between this and this and this. This is the 21st century neck turner. This is the pumpkin neck turner. And of course, the Mac Daddy of them all, the iDod neck turner. The CNC version. I actually have the new controller for this thing. So we're gonna give you as good a review as I can. Not only am I gonna review this thing, you guys have already seen me review this. This is not gonna be a review anymore. It's gonna be a video on neck turning and why you should or shouldn't neck turn. That's for you to decide. I'm just gonna tell you what it does, what it helps, and then you decide if you wanna use it, okay? Or if you want a neck turn. Again, I'm also gonna test the annealer versus that annealer. This press, I gotta set it up. Once it's set up, then I'm gonna put it over here. I'm probably gonna have to remove my old trusty 21st century hydro press. This thing has been amazing for so many years. It's so amazing, and I literally cannot live without it. You want to know how I can prove to you that I cannot live without it? This is how. I have a spare one. Just because if I'm ever loading ammo and this thing goes bad on me, I have a spare. Just because literally I cannot live without it. Now I'm talking about my F-class ammo. This is used on my F-class ammo. My PRS, I load it over there. I'm not as critical with PRS ammo as I am with F-class, okay? Different games, different requirements, okay? And if you've been watching the V2 videos, you'll understand why. The level of precision and accuracy needed in F-class, it's mind-blowing. But anyway, I'm gonna put the press right here. The die, I don't know, I may have to modify my Wilson die. I don't know. But if I do, I'll show you all that. Of course, this thing. It's been so long, I don't even know what stuff is called anymore. This is my Dillon 750 with my auto drive. Auto drive is what this thing's called. It's still set up for my wheeler. I'm also gonna test, what else? Man, I have so much stuff to test. Oh, I'm also building one of these bad boys. Look at this. This is a Voodoo. I'm gonna get into 22 rimfire stuff. And I'm going to put it in this stock. Just a little preview. And this is one of the Cirrus stocks by Will McCloskey. I've had this thing since 2017. And but anyway, it's got a V-block. I don't want to bore you with all the details right now, but all that is coming. I'm building a Voodoo. We're gonna slap a Collis 3-18 scope on there. Anyway, a lot coming your way. Now that the machine's running, I'm finally gonna have time to do all this stuff that's literally been piling up that I've been wanting to do for you guys. But I think I'm gonna start with that. So today's Sunday. If you don't get this video today, you know why. I was playing with that, which means that video is coming right after this one. All right, that's your preview, update, what do you want to call it? Update of what's going on. And of course, the last update I'm going to give you today. My lathe, my milling machine, my other lathe, and a lot of these toolboxes, they're going to go over to the other shop, to the machine shop. Which means I'm going to free up all that room, which is going to allow me to pretty much change my whole reloading setup. I don't know how yet, but see, right now all I have is that corner, and you can tell pretty much the whole shop's gonna free up. But anyway, so major, I'm gonna call it major. There's a major renovation, update, whatever you want to call it, happening soon to my reloading room. And I'm going to show you all that. And I'm going to have all these things set up. You know, the amp press. No, this is the amp press. The amp annealer. We're going to compare to that. If that thing is better, guess what? I'm going to use that. If this thing's better, I'm going to use this. If possibly that may turn into my F-class stuff. This may just be my PRS stuff. I don't know at this point. I don't know. I test everything before I make a decision. Okay? That's just how it is. Oh, also, yes, this is how I clean the carbon out of my barrels. Yes, I don't leave them in there for more than 5 minutes. Never had an issue, but that's just me. Okay? I just show you what I do. Oh, Vitabori 555. I gotta do some testing on that. 560, what is that new one? 565? What the heck is it? No, they've had a 565, right? Whatever. The new stuff. I'm gonna do some testing on that as well. So a lot of stuff coming up. So, subscribe if you haven't. If you have, thank you. Like this video. that tells me that you guys are still interested. Because I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm coming back, and I'm coming back strong. All right, we'll see you then. Until then, keep them centered.